They just don't show up. They're scared to come to work.
Dozens of Texas farms shut down overnight.
We don't have the folks to work on farms. It's causing farms to go out of business.
Your food on your plate is being affected.
Some farmers say their workers are too scared to show up for work.
Just 40 miles or so south of the Dallas hustle and bustle.
Row crops, hay production.
Sits Lee Calvert's 2,000-acre Ellis County family farm.
My father helps me. Obviously, my little sister helps. My wife, huge help. I've got 3 sons, and they're coming along and doing what they can.
Calvert knows he's lucky not having to rely on farm hands to check the chores off, because those who do say absenteeism among hired migrant help has disrupted their entire operations.
They hear that ICE is coming, or they see somebody from INS roll up. Well, they just don't show up. They're scared to come to work.
Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller tells Fox 4 dairy farmers have been hit the hardest.
But on a dairy, those cows, they never stay milked. You milk them 3 times in a 24-hour period. So if the crew doesn't show up, these dairymen go into panic mode.
So the U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates that more than 40% of the nation's farm workers are undocumented.
Farmers across the country say they don't have enough workers to even grow or harvest crops. John Boltz, the president of the Arizona Farm Bureau, told ABC 15 the farming industry is short hundreds of thousands of workers. And if something doesn't change soon, more and more farms across the country will have to shut down.
It's been a chronic work shortage. We don't have the folks to work on farms. It's causing farms to go out of business.
Boltz has owned Desert Premium Farms in Yuma for more than 16 years. He relies on the H-2A program to fill the workforce gap, a program that allows farmers to hire temporary foreign workers.
It's a lifeline. It's the only thing we have right now to keep agriculture working.
But many say it has major drawbacks.
It's a 9-month process, and then the workers that you get can only work for you temporarily and only for a couple of seasons. It's a big challenge the way the program is designed.
President Donald Trump is now working on a solution to address these concerns, which were underscored in recent weeks as ICE raids at work sites have caused immigrant workers to not show up to farms.
Many Americans say that you are a criminal for being here without documentation. What do you say to that?
No podemos ser un criminal.
No, we couldn't be criminals. We know that we arrived without status, but a hardworking person who works in the field and puts vegetables on your table can't be a criminal.
What do you want the rest of America to know about you and others who work in agriculture, may not have their papers, but are going out there every day and working?
They should know that despite the risk we run of being detained by ICE, we keep going to work out of necessity. And thanks to that, they continue to have fruits and vegetables on their table. They eat and live off of the risk that undocumented people take.
Dozens of Texas farms shut down overnight. Why? Because 100% of the workforce has vanished. It's not a mystery. They haven't gone missing. They've left because of immigration raids and policies that treat the people that grow our food, even the ones with work permits, like criminals. No workers means no harvest. Do you think food's expensive now? Just wait. And this isn't just a Texas issue. It's your dinner table, your kids' school lunch, your grocery bill, your local farmer's market. You want America first? Well, guess what? America just ran out of farm workers. And it turns out crops don't pick themselves. We've arrested, detained, or deported the workforce. And now we don't have enough food. There aren't enough people to take care of the livestock either. Guess what? Cows don't feed themselves. Chickens can't clean their own pens. And then they get sick and they die. And there goes your milk, your eggs, and your cheeseburger. This is what happens when we let people write policy who haven't worked a day in their life, especially on a farm, but they never miss a steak dinner. We need migrant workers. We need labor protections for the migrant workers. If the workforce continues to disappear, so will all the food on your plates.
News out of Texas, and if this is happening in Texas, this is happening elsewhere. I'll put the link to the article in the description. Multiple farms are shutting down due to lack of workers because the entire workforce has basically fled and is in hiding and not showing up for work. Crops are being left to die in the Texas heat. Livestock is being untended to, unwatered, and unfed. There's just no one to do the work. So this is going to lead to potential food shortages. because I'm sure this is happening across the country. Most farm workers are questionably documented. No one else is willing to do the work. This is going to lead to shortages, and inflation's going to go back up as we're going to have to import food from outside.
Nearly 400 acres of cabbage would make up a third of the farm's income. But migrant labor problems and a shortage of local labor have helped put an end to that.
There's a lot of risk associated with having that crop ready to harvest. The timing is so critical that it needs to come out of the field when it's ready. And if you lose your workforce, to go out and try to recruit and find people to do that work is very difficult.
It came to a head earlier this year when a routine immigration audit found some of Younker's workers had presented fraudulent documentation when they were hired. While the Yonkers were following the rules, the workers were subsequently pulled from the farm. The Yonkers then scrambled to find local replacements before they lost hundreds of thousands of dollars of their fresh crop.
It's Joe from Georgia. So this is news out of Texas. But folks, these are alarm bells ringing for the entire United States. And our government is not listening. Overnight, multiple farms in the state of Texas completely shut down. The reason for this shutdown was because they have lost almost 100% of their workforce. Now, we know this is the result of the immigration raids and stricter enforcement, but the ripple effect is going to be felt all the way across this country. Now, you've got crops that are rotting in the fields. You have livestock that is not being attended to at all. And that takes a lot of personnel. And we're talking, so now we're getting every area of food to include meat. And the communities that surround these farms, those businesses and those people who depend on the income from these farms, it's creating disasters for small communities in Texas. Now, this is not stopping at Texas farms. This is going to end up all the way across America, especially in the breadbasket, the middle of the nation, because they have tons of immigrant help. But folks, the alarm bells are ringing. Your food on your plate is being affected. So you got to think about it. It won't be soon until either prices go ridiculously high or you just won't have any food to buy.